Hello, parents and kids. Welcome to From Clinic to Home. My name is Kaitlin Watson. I am a pediatric occupational therapist at Summit Therapy. Today we're going to be talking about fine motor skills, and I'm going to present two strategies that are easy to implement and are really effective to developing those little skills for our fingers and hands. The first strategy we're going to talk about is the fine motor busy box. It's a box full of all sorts of games and activities to keep kids engaged and have fun. This is especially designed for parents to allow younger kids to stay engaged with something that's meaningful while you are doing the many tasks and roles that you have at home during the season of stay home and stay healthy. The second strategy is talking about the power of working on a vertical surface. So first, let's dive into this box. These are a few of my favorite objects that facilitate fine motor development, and most of them are items you likely already have at home. There are so many ideas out there, and kids are creative, so I'm sure your kiddos will find new ways to play with these items. But we'll give you a few ideas to start. We will also provide a challenge task for older kiddos who might want their own fine motor busy box but need to step up the difficulty level. Save those delivery boxes. Kids love turning boxes into a hideout or a car, a spaceship, or whatever their imagination can create. And it really keeps them busy for a good long time. Send them outside with a paintbrush and some washable paints and let them get to work. Challenge. Can you add extra shapes to give your box a personal touch? If the weather isn't cooperating, a set of stickers and markers will do the trick. Fuzzy sticks and hair rollers can be great fun and make all sorts of wacky fun shapes. You can twist them into shapes, letters, figures. You can even write words. For a challenge, try to write a word in cursive. Note for parents, the hair rollers are a choking hazard for young children and are not intended for kids under 3. Make a monster hat. This is a fun activity. All you need is a spaghetti strainer, some fuzzy sticks, some paper, and scissors and tape. Have kids weave fuzzy sticks through the spaghetti strainer to make some hair. Add some eyes and a mouth, and you've got yourself a monster hat. For a challenge, make a pattern with your fuzzy sticks or braid them together into a fashionable hair design. A fuzzy stick cereal bracelet is always a fun snack idea that also adds a little bit of fine motor skills with threading and weaving the O-shaped cereal onto the fuzzy stick. For even more of a challenge, thread a cereal onto a shoestring, a clean one of course, or a smaller string. For even more of a challenge, use beads, but then of course no fun for snacks there. Legos. Build anything with Legos. This is a fine, great motor strengthening and manipulation task. For a challenge, use the smaller Legos or follow a pattern. Bubble wrap and squishy balls. Save that bubble packaging. Popping these bubbles is quite satisfying. Here's a challenge. Can you pop the bubble between your thumb and each of your long fingers, including your pinky? With the squishy balls, they can be a great stress reliever or a way to build hand strength. Also a good fidget toy if you have a kiddo that kind of needs to wiggle a little bit while they're trying to listen and pay attention to an online school platform. A dense ball will be more challenging. 10 plastic cups and a timer can be great fun. Stacking the cups in a pyramid works on calibration skills. If you stack the cups with too much force, the pyramid will fall. It takes practice, but you can tune your strength to be just right. Then add the challenge of setting up the cups and then breaking them down back to a single stack as fast as you can. You can time yourself to see if you can increase your speed. Or for a creative task, add little toys or figurines and build your toys a house or a castle to live in.
1, 2, 3.
Clothespin races can be great fun. Put a pile of pom-poms on the table and using a clothespin, pick up one pom-pom at a time and put it in a cup. Time yourself for 1 minute and see how many pom-poms you can get in the cup. As a challenge, use 2 hands at the same time. As a greater challenge, use 2 hands but cross your hands at the wrist, as seen in the picture. Washi tape art. Using only your fingers, tear washi tape or masking tape or painter's tape and put it on paper. For a challenge, see if you can make a pattern or an object. Oatmeal canister piggy bank. Convert an oatmeal canister into a piggy bank by covering it with paper and reinforcing the lid with some duct tape. Cut a small slit in the lid to be able to store your change, or for an alternative, some googly eyes. The googly eyes will be easier and dimes or something smaller will be more challenging. Kinetic sand or Play-Doh is always great fun and kids have a great time. Can you make a cube? Can you make a log or a pancake? How about shapes like squares and triangles? This is a great time for kids to practice their cutting skills with kid-safe scissors or a plastic knife. So that's a fine motor busy box. There's plenty of ideas in there to keep kids occupied and engaged with age-appropriate skills and games. Now, for younger kids, parents are going to need to have a little bit more hands-on supervision and attention. Here is Allie Johnson, pediatric occupational therapist at Summit Therapy, to talk to us a little bit more about fine motor skills with toddlers.
Hi, my name is Allie Johnson. I'm an occupational therapist at Pullman Regional Hospital, and today we're going to talk about some hand strengthening activities to do with your toddler or preschooler. The first thing we're going to talk about is developing the pincer grasp, which is using our pincher muscles that are so important for skills down the road. Like,
I have to do that, Molly.
you're right. Like writing with a pencil, or doing buttons and zippers and that sort of thing. So the first activity is just using those muscles to pick up small items like noodles or cereal. And Rhett is going to show you how we place the noodle into the Play-Doh, which adds resistance. And then it's fun to string the cereal onto the noodle. Can you show them how you can put a cereal onto the noodle? Another way to work on pincer grasp is by doing stickers, which is really fun. So an easier version of stickers would be the puffy stickers, and then it gets harder when you start using flat stickers. You can also add a twist on painting using cotton swabs, so that you kind of have to hold it with your pincher muscles rather than a big paintbrush. The next skill we're going to work on is just kind of that opening, closing, more of a gross hand grasp. And one fun way to work on that is by using a spray bottle. So you can do that inside by just spraying the table down, maybe cleaning up after you're done with an activity. It's really fun to do outside when it's nice out, and you can just let your kid go crazy with the spray bottle, maybe spraying off sidewalk chalk or something like that. You can also use kitchen tongs to work on that opening and closing. Wow, he's going crazy. I think that's enough. Can you show him how you use the tongs to pick up something? All right, we're all done with that. And can you pick up the cotton ball with the tongs? So these kind of work on pre-scissor skills, that opening and closing method like that. We have made a big mess, but that's fun. So I hope you learned something new, and thank you for listening.
The second strategy we want to talk about is the power of working on a vertical surface. You might notice that sometimes when your kiddo is working on a tabletop surface, their wrist is flexed. It's really hard to hold a marker or pencil with a flexed wrist. However, watch what happens to my fingers when I go from a flexed wrist pattern up to extension. When I extend my wrist, my fingers naturally approximate and form a natural grasp position. And this is really one of the key features to fine motor skills. So a really easy way to work on that is just tape up papers, whatever they're working on, tape it up to the wall or a door. So if it's a coloring page or it's spelling words, try to see if they can do it on the wall. Now, if your child isn't holding a marker or pencil yet, that's okay. Maybe you can give them a small pattern and they can come up and just trace the pattern with their finger. Hide these patterns all over the wall, makes a little bit of a scavenger hunt and keeps them busy for a while.
This is a great picture showing wrist extension. It not only increases the efficiency of the grasp, but also makes the output of the painting a lot more controlled and smooth. For a larger surface, use the backside of wrapping paper taped to a door or a wall so that kids can use their full arm, reach up on their tippy toes, and this will provide a more kinesthetic experience to writing. Or give your kid a dry erase marker and let them write on a window or mirror. This is always a huge hit with kids and makes practicing those spelling words so much more fun. And don't worry, it comes right off.
Thank you for watching this episode of From Clinic to Home. If you have any questions or comments or topics that you would like a team of pediatric therapists to review, email me at kaitlin.watson@pullmanregional.org. In the meantime, stay home, stay healthy, and remember, we are here for you.